Sinister Story Number 1. Behind the armoire, she waits in the dark. The wind howled through the trees like something alive, clawing at the windows of the old farmhouse where Toby and Ola had decided to spend the weekend. It had been Ola's idea, a getaway from the city, no phones, no noise, just the two of them and the quiet country. But the house wasn't quiet. From the moment they arrived, something had felt off. The air inside was heavy, almost wet, like the walls were sweating secrets. The kind of silence that presses against your ears. Toby had laughed it off at first. Old houses settle, he said. They creak and groan. It's nothing. But that night, as they lay in bed under thick, moth-eaten quilts, Ola heard whispering. She nudged Toby awake. "Do you hear that?" he groaned. "Hear what?" "Listen." They both held their breath. At first, nothing. Then, a voice, soft, garbled, like someone speaking underwater, but close, very close. It came from the corner of the room, near the old armoire. Toby swung his legs out of bed, grabbing the flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness, landing on the wooden doors. Dust hung in the air, catching the light like ash. Slowly, he pulled the doors open. Nothing. Just empty space. A few ancient wire hangers clinked gently, swinging as if recently disturbed. They tried to laugh it off. Maybe a draft, maybe dreams, but neither of them really slept. The next day, Ola explored the attic. Boxes stacked like coffins, covered in cobwebs. She opened one and found photographs, dozens of them, all black and white, curling at the edges. The same woman in every one, staring straight at the camera. Eyes wide, face slack, always standing in different places. The porch, the kitchen, the woods behind the house. No name, no dates, just the woman, watching. That night, Toby was the first to hear it. The whispering again, louder. Urgent. Then footsteps, not from the hall, but from inside the room. The flashlight flicked on. No one, but the floor was wet, like someone had been standing there, dripping. Ola turned toward the armoire. Its doors stood wide open. She was sure they'd closed them earlier. Inside, hanging from one of the hooks, was a dress. Old, gray, damp. Neither of them spoke. Toby closed the armoire slowly, locking it this time with the rusty key he found in the drawer. They lay back in bed, eyes open, pretending to sleep. At exactly 3:13 a.m., Ola sat up. Her breath caught in her throat. Toby was standing in front of the armoire. "Babe," she whispered. He didn't respond. "Why are you—" He turned slowly. His face was blank, his eyes unfocused. And behind him, the armoire's doors were open again. Something moved inside. A pale, wet hand reached out and gripped Toby's shoulder. He didn't flinch. Ola screamed, jumping out of bed, grabbing his arm. But the moment she touched him, her vision went black. She woke up on the floor. Sunlight streamed through the cracked window. Toby was gone. The armoire was gone. In its place, a gaping hole in the wall. Inside, a staircase descending into pitch darkness. She called his name. No answer. She followed the steps. The air grew colder with each one. The walls felt damp. The darkness thickened. Then she heard it. Breathing, not hers. A rasping, slow inhale right behind her. She turned. Nothing. But when she looked down, she saw wet footprints leading past her, deeper into the dark. She followed. The staircase ended in a room. Stone walls, no windows, a single light swinging from the ceiling. In the center, Toby, sitting, smiling, eyes milky white. And behind him, the woman from the photographs. Her mouth hung open too wide. Her eyes stretched too far. She didn't move, just stared. Ola stepped back. Toby spoke, but it wasn't his voice. It was deeper, older.
She wants someone new.
It said.
You're perfect.
The light flickered, the door slammed shut, and Ola screamed, but no one heard. Back in the house, everything was still, and behind the armoire, she waits for her next victim. Sinister Story Number 2, Forbidden Bite. A horrifying tale of obsession. My neighbor Bonnie and I were left alone in the house one evening. Our parents had gone into town, leaving us to fend for ourselves. It was just supposed to be a normal night. Bonnie wanted soup. She begged me to help, and so I did. I took the knife, the biggest one we had, and started chopping vegetables. But as I pressed down, the blade slipped. My little finger severed at the knuckle. Bonnie screamed. I did not. I picked it up, the small, pale piece of myself, and without thinking, without hesitation, I placed it in my mouth. The taste, the warmth, it was unlike anything I had ever known. Sweet, rich, perfect. I swallowed, and from that moment on, nothing else would ever satisfy me. Years passed. The craving never left. When I was 19, I worked as an orderly in a hospital. A man died in the emergency room, a car accident. They wheeled his body to the morgue, covered in a sheet. No one was watching. No one ever does. A slice, just a small one. His calf. I told myself it was for curiosity's sake, but it was more than that. Much more. And so it continued. A sliver from a medical cadaver, a bit from a grave too fresh to be missed. A missing hiker, lost to the woods, never to be found. I feasted, I savored, I devoured, but nothing came close to that first taste, that first bite, that first piece of me. Bonnie and I stayed close through the years, and it was her who found out about my forbidden cravings. She had always been clever, always watching. She saw the way I stared at her hands, her arms, the soft curve of her skin. One night, she confronted me. "You need help, Fritz," she said. "This isn't normal." I smiled. "I know," I told her. "That's why I need you." She didn't understand at first, not until I pulled out the knife. She screamed. I did not. I only needed one thing from her. Just a piece, just a taste, just enough to take me back to that perfect moment from so long ago. She fought, but in the end, she loved me too much to hurt me. My dear, sweet Bonnie. Now, as I sit here, I look down at my hands. 9 fingers. It was worth it. And I ask myself one simple question. Who needs all 10 anyway? Thank you for checking out Sinister Stories for You channel. If you love our spine-chilling tales and terrifying horror stories, don't forget to stab that subscribe button. Murder that bell icon so you never miss a new horror-filled adventure. Your support helps keep the nightmares coming. Please comment below and let us know what kind of twisted, sinister stories you want next.